There's a reason why in Matthew 24, Matthew 25, that Jesus is going to judge this world in a particular manner. And he says, let's see here, in verse 31, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and you gave me meat, and I was thirsty, and you gave me drink, and I was a stranger, and you took me in, naked, and you clothed me, and I was sick, and you visited me, and I was in prison, and you came unto me. And then listen to this, then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? Or when saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily, verily. And this is one of the things that I love about the Lord that I serve, because of his heart. Inasmuch as you've done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me. The least. Jesus cares about the worst of us. The ones who've had drug problems, the ones who have had alcohol problems, the ones who have had marital problems, the ones who have been addicted to all kinds of things. Their eyes look upon things and they can't turn away. Jesus calls them the least of his brethren. But you went out to see them. You called them. You sent them a text message. You said, I just wanted to know how you're doing today. I just want you to know I love you and I'm praying for you. That's who Jesus favors. And you don't get a lot of YouTube video hits from doing stuff like that on camera. You can spend the night in a graveyard and make it look like there's sounds going on and do sound effects. And I mean, I could do that. I could go out into a graveyard somewhere where there's supposed to be a cult activity and do it in the fall, late fall, early winter, because then it's really dark, it's cold, and everything's wet, and the leaves have fallen, the trees look dead, and everything's gray, and you could use that effect, and then making somebody make sounds way out in the woods, and you can just, I could do that. I could make a channel and do that and get a lot of attention out of it. But that's not serving God. Serving God is finding those people who could really use some help one day. And instead of you turning your back to them or judging them or looking to cast them out, you went to them looking for a way to keep them in. Because they must have meant something to you, which means they meant something to Jesus. Jesus had intended to keep them in, even though they fell, even though they went back and took a drink, even though they went back and did a snort or did some meth or, whatever. Jesus is the one who loves those people. They are the least of his brethren. And he says, if you'll love them the way I love them, then you'll be my sheep on my right hand. And people, let's not ever, ever forget that. Let's not forget that as long as we live, because that's why we're here.